This video is called Drop Everything because I think we already have enough evidence to say that the AI reset is real. And if you're watching this, it's going to affect you. Drop everything that isn't relevant and drop it now. Don't think of AI as replacing humans. Think of AI as the new OS, operating system. AI is how humans will do most things. We need to think in terms of 6-month cycles because we simply can't see farther ahead than that today. For most companies, this is more of a cultural issue than a tactical one. Companies that are lean are going to need to be unlean and become much more agile over the next several years. Drop everything that won't contribute to growth in 6 months. That's probably quite a bit more than you realize. Give everything a hard test. Are we going to do things differently in 6 months? Are we going to be doing this at all? In 6 months, you won't be hand coding anything. You'll be specifying what you want, and AI will do the work. Do you have someone on staff who is hand coding now? Building AI agents? What will that person be doing in 6 months? Are you staffing up and are you training properly? Are you going through critical thinking exercises so you know when an LLM is hallucinating? Is everybody prompting as well as possible? Are we coordinating? Because for every single job in the company, everything is up for grabs and many jobs will change. Do some serious scenario planning because your best guess of what will happen in 6 months could be very wrong. Be prepared for at least 3 different scenarios. McKinsey ties skeptical leaders to 80% of AI failures so far. Reset your staff by letting go of people who are blocking AI in your company. You'll probably have far fewer administrative employees. People will have to upskill or be left behind. Groups should collaborate on prompts, data sharing, tools, collaboration, and much more. Don't let people work in silos with AI. Share knowledge and tools. Have a daily meeting at the end of every day just for 20 minutes and talk about what you've been learning. Build a culture of continuous sharing and continuous learning. The boot camp itself should be updated every 3 to 6 months. A few companies have controlled experiments built into their cultures. Google, SpaceX, and Capital One do. But most don't. Yours probably doesn't. Don't think you know how to do experiments. For example, some companies use prototyping, which was developed at Google. Prototyping is where you go to market and try to sell a product that doesn't exist. If people buy it, build it quickly. I keep hearing that AI plus humans is now the future, but in many domains, humans hold the AI back. Don't be dogmatic. Don't believe everything you read in The Economist. Dedicate 20% of your budget to small experiments. A ready, fire, aim culture will now outperform a company that does too much planning. Most people don't realize that lean and agile are opposites. Lean is optimization. Agile is exploration. Now that we have so many of our processes lean, it's time to throw them out and become more agile. 6 months from now, you'll do it all differently, so don't optimize anything. Keep exploring. Real-time budget is something almost no companies do. Fortunately, a group called Beyond Budgeting has been teaching real-time budgeting for decades and has built a toolkit you can use to get rid of underperforming projects and assets and switch to a much more agile financial footing. Don't miss their events, programs, consulting, books, and other media. Clean data is going to be your moat in the AI world. It's boring, but when another company makes the software your company runs on, data is your competitive advantage. Data usually looks like numbers, statistics, catalogs, forms, etc. But now, words are data, sentences and documents are data. So now you can feed all your contracts, employee manuals, blog posts, policies, white papers, and other documents into an LLM and put them to work. Make your verbal data, your written data, in fact, even recordings of meetings and phone calls and video transcripts accessible via APIs the way you would with numbers. Your chief data officer is now as important as your chief security officer, and your chief data officer may soon be an AI manager who manages a team of AI data agents. LLM aggregators are the only way to go. Don't use one LLM. Use many. I prefer to have an account with one system where I can just choose any of dozens of LLMs I want for any task. The one I like is called Magi, they say, Magai. It's great for teams, but there are dozens of these now, and you can shop around. They're all about the same price. See which one is best for you and what will work for your group or the scale of your company. They have both text and image transformers, and some of them can do video. Every business should have a team account with an LLM aggregator, not just like default OpenAI. Vibe coding is coding by talking to an AI and let the AI do the work. Now, we have a long way to go in vibe coding. It's not the case that you can just talk to a system and code up a complex app like a marketplace. Things will change every 6 months. The systems will improve, but for now, remember an important rule from John Gall's Systemantics. Nothing complex gets created from scratch. Big, complex systems that work arise out of smaller, complex systems that work. Vibe coding and AI aren't going to violate this rule. Top-level coders used to have to work with a group of junior developers to build systems, and now that one person, or maybe two people, can work with AI and get much more done. Invest in a few great people and drop the rest. Mid-level coding is no longer a thing. Vibe marketing is marketing by talking to AIs. It's using AI to build marketing programs on automation. For example, you can set up campaigns that create ads from the latest news or trending memes or things that happen in your company or in your industry. Automatically create challenges or calls to action. Send something to thousands of customers via SMS, automate newsletters, and much more. In 2026, marketers will just talk with AI about business problems first and implementation second. How can we get more customers for the same amount of money? Are we spending the right amount on PR and advertising? Should we change that? Let's run some scenarios. Which employees are contributing and who's holding us back? I think of this right now as kind of the pre-agentic economy, and we have to master it, but marketing is going to change dramatically over the next few years as the agentic economy becomes more real. Unfortunately, just as we have mastered gaming the system with search engine optimization, we're now gaming the AI ecosystem by spewing out keyword-heavy content into the AI watery holes where LLMs train. This is the world of AIO, AI optimization. It is nonsense. You may still have to do it, but it's still nonsense. It's the enshittification of the training grounds of the LLMs. I look forward to the day when agents can sort out the signal from the noise and companies can concentrate on their offers, not their keyword placement. But for now, we probably have to do it. So rather than thinking about replacing jobs, there will be a new AI business stack. A lot of companies are chasing highly paid, experienced AI executives and talent. And that may be important for your company, but for many companies, I think you can actually upskill your team to play this game. You may need a leader, and you're going to need a lot of work and boot camps and communication and tools, but one leader may emerge from your ranks or you could hire. Don't spend a lot of budget chasing very expensive people. The mindset matters more than the skills. Someone who understands the culture and can change it, a true change agent, would be very valuable right now. Start listening to the people you've been ignoring for years. They are the ones tinkering on the sidelines, and you should pay attention to them. Start using AI to solve business problems rather than grow your IT department and get more expertise in hand building things. Keep your teams as small as you can. Expand your capabilities with AI, not your headcount. Systemantics is still in effect. We should already be talking with AI about business problems first and implementation second. How can we get more customers? Are we spending the right amount of money? Just as I mentioned before, I predict that this stack will replace most of the ERP, back office, and front office software we use today. More than just in marketing, I'm saying the whole company will eventually go to some kind of AI-based stack that is AI first, and we're all going to have to make it up as we go because there is no blueprint. asking good questions is probably about to become your best business skill. You can see a few questions here that you might not ask every time, but a good course in decision science will help. In general, humans will be in charge of the resources and AI and robots will do most of the work. So stay ahead of that. Ask good questions can mean the difference between laying off a huge number of people and retraining them to grow much faster than before. Asking questions is going to be your superpower. Critical thinking has always been in short supply. That's why the web is such a disaster as it is. It's going to be more important now than ever. Recently, MIT came out with a very long report, 206 pages, on how AI is making us lazier, dumber, and less responsible for our work product. This is not surprising. Humans are lazy, and they're not very bright. They're slow, and they usually don't want to take much responsibility. MIT liked their report so much, they gave it its own website, brainonllm.com. AI can make any lazy person seem smart until everybody figures out it's just AI writing and it's not that smart. If it's useful, we don't need that human, and if it's bad, we don't need that human. We need a better one. Only the combination of sharp humans and AI is going to add value. Raise the level of IQ in your company. Be the sharp human in the loop. My son is 14. He and I use LLMs all day, and we get a lot out of it because we don't accept anything at face value. We're always challenging it and finding problems. Here's my son having a conversation with his own AI avatar that he built, speaking in his own voice that he prompted for a video he made about education. We made the entire thing with AI. There were lots of failures and iterations, but in the end, it came out really good, much better than we expected, and we both learned a lot. And that's my son's school. He works with AI all day to do projects. When he can't think of a good project to do, he asks GPT to talk about what projects he should be doing. In fact, I wanted ChatGPT to write this whole series of slides for me, all these videos that you see in front of you, but I gave up after a few days because it couldn't give me what I wanted. So, being the critical thinker I am, I got to work and did it all myself using AI for quite a lot of research and making images. And then I used just normal Google search and images as well, as usual. If you have critical thinking skills to begin with, if you can leverage AI to do your best work, you'll be part of the AI revolution. To do that, you'll have to stay ahead of the blade as it accelerates. Next year, we could potentially double our economic output from what we did this year. Standing still is suicide. The only way to stay ahead will be to master working with AI, and that requires critical thinking skills. I teach a course on decision science. I have a free event on decision science that I will be happy to give to any company. So you can do, and so do several other experts. There's a small cottage industry of decision scientists who try to help people make better decisions. It is time to get more rigorous about how we approach business decision making in the reset that is AI. This video has just covered a small sample of topics on AI readiness. If you want to set up a class or a workshop, contact me. If you're looking for the world's best AI sales agent, it's either at redshiftlabs.io if you're watching this on YouTube or somewhere else, or if you're on my website already, just click the little red slider home button at the upper left and you'll learn about our sales agent. And you can always email me and tell me how I can help you manage the AI reset better for you and your company. Thank you.